Nate, it seemed like a somewhat familiar story that the offense that got you 75 in the first half kind of got bogged down in the second half, and they just didn't do what they had done the first half.
Yeah, it's just sustaining what you have started, and we came out again flat. Don't know the reason for us not coming out with that sense of urgency in the third quarter. Our first two possessions were bad execution, a turnover, very similar to New York. And then, defensively, teams are just lighting us up. And offensively, we stopped the ball movement. Once again, I don't know if it's our conditioning where we're just not conditioned to play that style. We got to continue to work at that. But, our second half, we've just come out flat.
Did it seem – did you get the shots you wanted down the stretch the last three minutes of the game?
No. I thought, we rushed some shots. We forced a lot of shots, 13 assists in the first half, 6 in the second half totally. So, no, we didn't get the shots we wanted.
Seems like Victor is maybe trying to take too much on himself, forcing shots. Would that be accurate?
I thought we forced some shots. I thought as a group we forced shots. We didn't execute. We didn't get anybody open with our movement or our offensive execution. And I thought we started to settle very similar to New York. As we said at halftime, the defense is going to tighten up. Okay, we have to establish our tempo, our pace this third and fourth quarter. You got to know that those guys are going to come out more aggressive, Davis and Cousins, and that whole team is going to tighten up defensively. We needed to be the aggressors, and once again, we come out flat.
Is it incumbent on anybody in particular to make sure the offense runs like it's supposed to?
Exactly. That is something. It is. That starts. You have to say with the entire team, but certainly with our guards. They have to establish the tempo, and that's fair to say both ways, offensively as well as defensively. Get us into our sets. Defensively, pressure, and when there's time score situation, when teams are making a run, only have so many timeouts. They got to get together and talk about it, and someone has to, hey, let's get a stop. Okay, let's tighten up, and with our group, this is where we are. It's growth. We got to grow, and hopefully this doesn't continue.
Anything you could have done better on Davis and Cousins?
I think we needed to be closer to them. Those guys were, hitting, from the three from inside the post. Some of their threes, I thought we weren't close enough. And, they're not going to hesitate, and they shoot a pretty good percentage. We talked about that these bigs attack you both inside and out. And we left Anthony as well as Cousins open a couple times, and they hurt us.
Nate, you mentioned the growing process. Is finding a guy late or finding better offensive movement late part of that growing process we've seen over the past few games?
Yeah, that's part of it. Understanding, where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. Being clear. I talk about the 3 C's again. You want to be calm in that situation, clear about what you're doing, and you go into your execution. I thought we, once again, started to get a little frantic out there, started to force it. We weren't setting good screens, so we weren't freeing up anybody. And, therefore they were able, their pressure defense tightened up, and they were able to stay in front of the ball, which forced us into tough shots. That's when screening, freeing up guys, getting guys open. If the defense commits to you move the ball, your execution, that comes into play. We got to get better at it, certainly in the second half when that defense is going to tighten up.
Coach, how much of a challenge is it right now with all these games, bam, 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 and now you go on the road back-to-back to work on these late-game situations with such a new group?
Well, it's just the schedule we have to play, and we've covered that. We've gone over it. We just got to execute it. Pressure situations like we've been in the last few games, and executing and knowing where you want to go with the ball and getting the shot you want. We'll get better at that, but right now we're just not sharp on either end of the floor. We can't give up 35-point quarters as we've done in the last two games and give up 50-plus points. You're putting a lot of pressure on your offense, and then offensively, that defense, you're playing against a set defense when you're giving up that many points. And when you are facing situations like that, you got to execute. Simple basketball.
On a more positive note, we saw some signs of life from Lance. He had been slumping a little bit earlier in the season. He had a pretty good first half. Encouraging for you, and do you think you can continue that going forward?
I thought it was really encouraging. Not only was he, his shots was falling, but he was rebounding the ball. We desperately need help on the boards, and I think Lance went in and had 8 or 9 rebounds tonight. And offensively, he was able to knock down some shots and play like the Lance we know he's capable of being.
Looking ahead to tomorrow night, what do you think about Domantas Sabonis? Do you expect him to be out there? Is that kind of a day-to-day thing?
I really don't know. I think it's day-to-day. We knew that tonight he wasn't going to play. I'll find out here whether he's going to travel or not with us, but I really won't know.
Nate, 75 points in the first half, season high for a half. What did you like about what you were doing in the half court from an offensive standpoint in the first half?
Well, first we were getting stops, and we were moving the ball. There were ball movement. We weren't really getting stops. I think we had 4 fast break points in that first half. They had 60 plus. Even though we scored 70 points, they had 67, I think, or something like that. So. Just defensively, we, was not able to stop them. We was able to score. Second half, the defense tightened up, and, they shut us down defensively and offensively. They went on the attack.
Just wanted to ask what you thought about TJ, because I knew you weren't expecting him to play today, and I think you got 10 minutes out of him. Looked like you kind of gutted it out there. What'd you think of that for him?
Yeah, well, he went through shoot around this morning and moved, played some 3-on-3. Said it felt pretty good that he thought he would be ready to play, and it was good to have him back.